a close one answer to you.
Okay.
So, when it comes to social media marketing, what would you consider the best routes to market and promote your your material? Would it be, influencers online, frequent posting, hashtag use, paid social media posts? What?
Okay, so I'm going to answer these questions from the perspective of a self-published author.
Okay, well, what is it for you specifically?
For me specifically, is Instagram is the best social media outlet to market on. And I do use paid social media posts. But I didn't start off originally, actually actively doing the social media posts. I just knew that I needed to post every day, at least twice a day. And I stuck with that 7 days a week. But when I did my consultation with Cassaberry Consulting, we constructed a 5-day week, or just a 5-day social media marketing plan, from Monday to Friday. And that consisted of at least one post, from a specific topic that we had already written about and planned on. But as time goes by, you have to revamp and change your social media marketing strategy. And so that's when we included the ads. And the ads, I've been running ads on Instagram and Facebook this past week, and those are like the best 2 social media outlets to, make that happen.
Well, you already answered what the best platforms to use are.
Yeah, I can elaborate on that. So the best platforms to use, in my opinion, is Instagram. I prefer Instagram over Facebook just because of the visual aesthetic that Instagram has. And it's way more, I guess just the visual aesthetic. There's no other app like Instagram, and that's why it works so well for creatives, because you're usually, thinking of ways to share your vision with your audience or your followers, and Instagram is a great way to do that. However, Facebook and Instagram have such a close relationship, especially since Facebook bought out Instagram. And so now you have this great ability to use both to your advantage. So I can't only use Instagram. I'll be missing such a big, audience. And so now when you go back and you revamp your strategy that you already had, you got to make those kind of changes. So instead of posting just on Instagram 5 days a week, I post on Facebook and Instagram five days a week. And then eventually, we'll add other, social media outlets to that marketing strategy and marketing tool. But hands down, I'll say Instagram is like the number one place to start any type of social media marketing.
Okay. What would you say are the best times, type of content, and I guess you already said make sure you post every day.
Yeah.
What are the best times and type of stuff?
Okay. Posting every day is how you guarantee a linear increase in your followers. Being involved in the social media engagement, replying, sliding in people's DMs on a professional manner. Obviously, those are all different ways to, help with the type of content that you are able to produce. But at the same time, I don't like to go over more than 3 posts in a day, because then it can be overwhelming for someone. The least amount of posts I'll do in a day is 2 ideally, but I'd rather 1 than 3, if that makes sense. You don't want to overwhelm your audience, because if they see you back to back to back, then they will get sick of you. In my opinion, at least, I think it's more strategic and it's more pleasing when people kind of expect your post and they know you have 2 great posts that you are about to put, as opposed to 10. I'm not looking through 10 posts. I'm just not. But I will look through that 1 and that 2, especially if I know it's coming every day. If you post 10 times a day, you're going to kill yourself. If you post once 10 times a week, that's not effective. So the best thing for you to do is to be consistent, and you need to mark at least, say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to post twice, but at least I'm going to post once. Or I'm going to post twice, but I'm damn sure not going to post 3 times. But again, like, this is just my opinion at the same time. So if you do want to post 3 times, 4 times in a day, that's on you. But I find that it's so helpful and useful for me to have a goal of 1 post at least a day and no more than 3. So, yeah.
And then,
the best times too.
Oh, yeah.
So I've noticed, and I definitely would like your feedback, Trevor. I've noticed that posting during the day is your best bet. But you can post at night, because I have posted at night. But I usually like to do 8 or 9 a.m., 12 or 1 p.m., and then 5 or 6 p.m. And those are pretty much breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how I do my posts. But to be completely honest, I don't even know if the specific time of day makes a difference. But you can look at your insights and your activity, and those, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's usually when you'll find other people the most active on social media as well.
To add on to you saying you don't have to, bombard people with a lot of posts, I was just going to say, the less when you tell yourself I'm only going to post once or twice a day, it forces you to make sure that those posts are as high quality as possible.
Right. I agree.
And when it comes to times, I don't know that, a specific time matters, as much as a consistent time.
Right.
If you post every day at different times about different things, then it's not very helpful. But if you post, around the same time, if everyone knows you're going to post once in the morning and once at night, you're going to post about, a specific type of content. Like if you're a boxer, we want to see boxing content.
Exactly.
People don't want to see you cooking unless you're going to mix it in with your boxing or add cooking to your brand.
Right.
But, getting off topic of your page should have a theme for the most part.
Yes.
An occasional selfie here or there, I guess helps.
That's
but
fine. Yeah. People like
that's
to see
more a personal page. Like you're never going to see just a random selfie on Cassaberry.
And that is subjective. Some people do like posting selfies more than others. But like statistically speaking, people do prefer selfies over having to read something.
And last, how do you use hashtags to market effectively?
Okay. So I learned a lot about hashtags this year, and it was again during my consultation with Cassaberry Consulting. So basically, we literally sat down and went through different hashtags. The original marketing plan had, I want to say maybe 15 to 20 hashtags, and they were good hashtags. We went, basically the approach we had was, what is it that we are marketing? Who is it that we are marketing to? What are they interested in? And what are the different pages that you think they follow? So we would name things like, 4C natural hair, love poems, spoken word poetry. Those are my top 3 hashtags. But I do want to point out, like, it didn't start off that way. So revamping your hashtags, I think, is important. But literally going through that page, Trevor would, have the page, pull it up, look at the, most recent posts, and then look at the, later posts. Does it look like, whatever hashtag you're following or using? Is it, does it look like it can be a spam page? Will you get traction? Is it going to invite the type of people who will come to your page, enjoy your page, and follow you? Would it invite the type of people who will follow you and go to your website and support the products and services that you have to offer? And hashtags do play a role in that. some people use just one hashtag. I personally have 25 hashtags, and I don't necessarily see any of those formats as incorrect.
Yeah, pretty much for me is more or less just because, especially with the new feature, or not so new anymore, of being able to follow hashtags, there are certain things that people want to see. Because it's Instagram, it's all about what do you like to see, because that's what you're gonna like. So some people want to see memes, some people want to see, nails, some people want to see hair. So when you choose a hashtag, you want to make sure it's serving one or two purposes. Either it's going to reach the audience you're looking for, or it's a way to brand yourself. So you can have a unique hashtag that has all of your content on it, or you can use a hashtag that if someone following this hashtag, they're expecting a specific kind of visual. So either you can use a different visual to disrupt that and appeal to their eye, because you'll pop off the screen. So if they go to the hashtag and see a bunch of flowers, and then in your case they see a video of something bright, they may click that, because it doesn't look like all the flowers. Or you could just make sure it's something that falls in line with what they see. Mm-hmm. One thing you don't want is to use a hashtag that just has a bunch of random stuff thrown on it, like hashtag beautiful,
right?
Because that will not get your audience. It's right. Just I'm sure, I don't know, but I'm sure there's a random crack in some concrete with a hashtag beautiful on it. And I'm sure that's not what the people following the hashtag is what they're looking for. Okay, so next, the grind is nonstop. Mm-hmm. And that because of your we know that you can agree to that. How do you keep your business new and enticing to your future and returning clientele?
Wow, that is a great question. So I'm going to answer this the best way that I know how, and that is based off of what I've learned, which is that every couple of years, companies strategically come up with a new format, a new, structure, font, whatever the case is for the company, to switch it up for the client. Because I learned that clients get bored of the same thing after a while. So with that being said, I definitely have to be on my toes with the creativity and think about how I'm going to revamp Amakosawa in 3 to 5 years. Yeah, I haven't really thought about, what direction or what change, but I know that it's necessary to keep a business growing.
What does your business team consist of, and what would you like to add to your team?
So right now, my business team consists of a lot of personal relationships that I have, and a lot of online relationships. A lot of my stuff is all online. So apart from Cassaberry Consultant, and then my clients who come to me for writing and editing services, what would I like to add? I would definitely like to, I would like to add, dang, this is a good question. Okay, so after thinking about that, I don't need a team right now. A lot of my businesses ran online, which is pretty much when you have a business that runs online, you do not need a team. Just you got.
Okay, so next question: how many streams of income do you plan to generate with each book?
Okay, so I'll answer that as concrete as I can. So with Back to Kukren to Me, I am generating income from the hard copy, which is $15 on amacoastal.com, $17 and some change on amazon.com. I created a lesson plan and poetry guide around my book, which is another stream of income. And I bundled my book with products. So the Sea Spa products, the skin box, the hair box, and the deluxe box. Each of them come with Back to Kukren to Me, in addition with 2 exclusive videos. No, the lesson plan comes with 2 copies. And then the last stream of income that I have is my writing and editing services. Oh, well, I guess that technically isn't my book, but I do edit manuscripts. Yeah. So I would say that's it. But I am working on my new book, which will be titled Why Every Woman Should Write a Book. I'm thinking of How to Get Away with Murder for some reason. But yeah. Excuse me. The book will be titled Why Every Pregnant Woman Should Write a Book. And I will bundle products with the book, as well as create a super course for how to self-publish, or, you know, pretty much how to make multiple streams of income as a writer. So right now, I guess that's technically 4 streams of income. That was more than 4? Okay, so several streams of income.
That's something you'll be able to do with each book.
That is something that I'll be able to do with each book. The one thing that I really learned from Cassaberry Consulting is using what you have and then creating a course out of it to teach other people. And so that's what I plan to do with all of my books.
Do you use your writing to sell Sea Spa products, or do you use the Sea Spa products to sell more of your writing?
I would say that I use my writing to sell Sea Spa products. Because if Sea Spa, you know, if something happened to them today, I would still need to know how to write. So if they weren't able to help me make money anymore, I would always have my writing to help me make money. So I use my writing to sell Sea Spa.
And also, just skipped over it, anything else you'd like to tell us about ClickFunnels?
I learned about ClickFunnels the beginning of 2018 from Trevor Cassaberry. And I also read the book, Expert Secrets, by the founder of ClickFunnels, and it really changed my life. Now that we're moving into the digital age, everything is, you know, being transferred online, and ClickFunnels is just this perfect way to, you know, put your product into the sales funnel to help generate traffic, which is supposed to, you know, eventually lead to sales. But ClickFunnels is basically a tool for anyone who has no, actually, I'm not going to say anyone who has no computer science experience, but like, if you want to get a website created and you want to sell your products online and you want to show everybody exactly what you have to offer, ClickFunnels is definitely the way to go. And luckily I had Trevor Cassaberry, the CEO of Cassaberry Consulting, to show me the way, and that's where amacoastal.com came about.
And just to show you guys what ClickFunnels is, but also if you do go to amacoastal.com, you'll see a link down here that has a website like this. That we mean a ClickFunnel. If you click that, it will take you straight to Cassaberry.com, where you can actually put in a request form for you know, a ClickFunnel consultation, as well as decide whether or not you would like us to build you and design your ClickFunnel for your business or brand.
Yeah.
And hold on, that is not the end. And last slide. What would you consider your specialties that you bring to your self-publishing consultation?
I would say my specialty is social media interactions. So there's a big writing community on social media, Instagram specifically, and I feel like I've really gotten a hang on exactly how to use Instagram for my business.
A lot of people use it for followers.
Right.
And that is not the same as sales.
Exactly. And I've learned that, yeah.
Next. How do you balance being a millennial, a mother, and entrepreneur?
Okay. Support and help. I cannot do any of this alone. Trevor and I have a really strong family support system, and they help so much when it comes to Madison. I would also say, you know, me leaning on Trevor and Trevor leaning on me, communicating with each other about, you know, what it is that we need to get done pertaining to our goals, to our business, to our aspirations. And last but not least, I would just say, you know, taking it day by day. Those are things that will help you balance being a millennial, a mother, and an entrepreneur. It's not all going to happen overnight, and I had to learn that the hard way. I had to get comfortable with, you know, checking off 2 tasks out of the 10 tasks that I had for the day and being okay with that, and knowing that the next day I'll just check off 2 more. But you have to be patient with yourself in this process. But support, yeah, I would say support from our family has been a crucial factor in balancing motherhood and entrepreneurship.
Okay. What is the next course that you'll be releasing now that you have your poetry, your Back to the Crunch to Me poetry guide lesson?
So the next course that I'm working on is the super course, the self-publishing super course, that'll be titled I'm a Writer, and it will basically break down everything that is necessary and needed to successfully self-publish a book. And that is from the beginning until the very end. From marketing your book before you even publish it, all the way up to running ads on Instagram, and even, you know, working on your next book, sharing your next product, etc.
And I'm definitely looking forward to the I'm a Writer super course. What was the best insight or strategies you've learned working with Cassaberry Consulting in the launch of I'm a Coaster LLC?
The best insight that I learned was business can be applied to all areas of expertise. So, I'm a writer. When I graduated, I knew that as a poet, I wasn't going to make any money. Cassaberry Consulting has shown me that no, as a poet, you can make money. You can make multiple streams of income with your writing. Here's how. I also learned the value of social media marketing. Everyone talks about it, but to actually put it to practice has been an eye-opening experience for me as well.
And lastly, what current and upcoming releases, events, or promotions do we need to be on the lookout for?
So I will say I'll say 3 things. Actually, no, I'll keep it 2. The next book I'll be writing, which is going to be a memoir titled "Why Every Pregnant Woman Should Write a Book." And then the other upcoming, promotion that I have, this one is long term, but this one I'm really excited about. I'm working on a TV script right now, or a TV show. And so that I expect to have, completed and ready to be pitched at least the next 3 to 5 years. So those are the 2 biggest things that I have coming up.
Well, we look forward to seeing everything that you have to release, and we thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. At the Cassaberry Consulting's Money Moves Workshop Collection, and our final workshop, Millennial Money Moves. Thank you again for joining us. Goodbye.
Bye.